Ago. Agbamoga vaka nyanko nya akofa Melanie Ashiaby. Moko anya gbogbo diva na mi to Ghana la Nigeria. Magbo nya de kanemi. Olden days ogbo na nya do but nya gbogbo eli ho. Yes, my name is Ashiaby Melanie Comfort, and today I bring to you our Ghanaian stories. For a very, very long time, it has died out. I'd like to speak about few ones on the gang reality show. I'd like to congratulate my fellow housemates for making it to the top 6. It is not an easy thing, so congratulations to all of us. Congratulations. Story. Once upon a time. There lived a man called Koko Ananse and his father. His father was a big king in the village of Chotroso. This man has wisdom and knowledge of every little thing that goes on in the village. So he called his son one day. Ananse, Koko Ananse. The son said, "Yes, father, here I come. My son, I want to give you a gift. And this gift contains wisdom and knowledge and has to be passed on to generation unto generation." Ananse said, "Okay, father, give me that gift." The father took a pot, and this pot is full of wisdom in it. He said, "My son, this is the pot of wisdom, filled with knowledge from our ancient days. Take it, learn, discover, and use anything you see in this magic pot." So, the title of our story is Koko Ananse and the magic pots. In this village were few people, just few people, like we are sitting here today, very few of us. In this village, the only person who has wisdom was the king. So, with this pot, he has to pass it out to people. The end of that pot is his tribe. He is the last person to have that pot in their family. Koko Ananse got that pot, my dear sisters. He discovered a lot of things from that pot. The few things he discovered is the magic to turn things into existence. Like a stone, he can turn it to anything he wants. His father has no knowledge about that. Immediately he discovered that, he called his father. Father, I have discovered a lot and I would like to show it to you." The father appeared. He's like, "Daddy, this pot, I can be able to turn things into existence." The father was so happy and so joyous. You know that feelings you get when you are teaching someone something and it's like the person is having the knowledge of it? That is exactly how the man felt. He's like, "My son, I am proud of you. So tell me, how do you intend to pass this knowledge to the few people in your village?" Guess what the son said? "No, Daddy, that knowledge is mine. I discovered it myself." The father was very disappointed and didn't know what to do. But as a father, first mistake is not a mistake. Second mistake is not a mistake. But a third mistake means you are knowingly doing what is happening. The father didn't utter a word. And he said, "My son, do whatever that pleases you." So Koko Ananse did whatever pleased him, not knowing the father was actually telling him something he has no idea about. Yes, in In a nutshell, Koko Ananse was still playing with this pot, and he realized he could even take 2 stones together and take a fire out of the stone. He was able to gather some woods, and then there was a light. He called out, "Father, Father." The father appeared, and there, the father was so proud of him. He's like, "My son, I am very happy you are learning and discovering things. How do you intend to pass this knowledge to the people in your village?" "No, father, I won't do it. I will not share this knowledge. The knowledge is solely mine and mine only." The father felt disappointed the second time again. So he disappeared. When he got to the third time, the father was so disappointed. He's like, "Koko Ananse, you have been banished from this village. Till you have the knowledge of what I really want you to do, don't ever return to this village again." Because of the little understanding Koko Ananse had, he flew away with the pots with him. The father asked, "Koko Ananse, where is the pot I gave you?" "Daddy, I hid the pot at a very long distance you can never find." He was lying, my dear. He had the pot right where he was. Immediately the father turned away. He took the pot and went as the father said. As Koko Ananse was on his way going, he felt very, very thirsty. He didn't know what to do. You have a wisdom pot. Why can't you fetch water from your wisdom pot? If all wisdom are gathered in that pot. He couldn't get that wisdom. That wisdom is out of his hand now because he can't think again. He met a little child. Sorry to say, that child was damp, fetching water from the streams. So the little child offered water to Koko Ananse to drink. He drank it so fast because he was very tired and needed that water the most. After the little child offered that water to Koko Ananse, he continued his journey again. That little child followed Koko Ananse step by step right behind him. He stopped and asked, "Little one, what are you doing right behind me?" All he could say is, "Koko," because he can't speak. Koko. He took a step forward again. The child followed again. Koko Ananse was walking and saw a very huge tree that he can actually hide the pot of wisdom up there so no one could get it. He was climbing the tree. Tell me how possible you could climb a tree with a pot, not being afraid that that pot is going to fall and break. So he didn't know what to do. And you know what the little child did? He took the rope that he was using to fetch water. He tied it up and he's like, "Go." With the little wisdom Ananse had, he realized that he is supposed to tie that pot behind him with the rope and can be able to climb that tree. The child was playing a play. There is a play we use the sand to move the house. That was exactly what the child was doing. After Koko Ananse, for a long while, was able to climb that tall tree, he realized that the child was still under the tree. He said, "I will hide this pot so that even this child will not find where the pot is." My friends, Koko Ananse stood there for a long while, watching the kid doing his own thing, not paying attention to know where he keeps the wisdom pot. There's something changed all of a sudden. He said, "What a wonderful world. Koko Ananse said. What a wonderful word. This child is so clean. Has nothing against me. Not fighting for my pots. Not wanting to know where the pot is going to be placed. He have few knowledge about what exactly he is doing, but he is just helping because he needed the help. Koko Ananse got down from the tree with the magic pot on his back, stood there for some time, watched the child, and then told the child, you have taught me some sense. So I'll have to teach everybody in my village how the magic pot is helping me to know little things about reality. So Ananse changed from his greediness. He took the pot and threw it away in the stream. And you know how stream it flows without knowing where it is going. That is how knowledge was spreaded in the village of Koko Ananse. He went back to apologize to his father and told his father he is ready to share his knowledge to his people. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding was shared to Koko Ananse's village. Now, that is the story behind how human beings can't think the same way in this life. Some people have wisdom and understanding. Some people have knowledge. Some people even know how to calculate their steps when they want to get something. So this story is how far I could go with Koko Ananse's story to you. Wisdom was shared unknowingly and knowingly through Koko Ananse to the whole world by just a lesson taught by a little child. My friends, if you have anything that belongs to you, sharing it with someone doesn't mean it's never yours. It is yours. You own it. And nobody can take something that God has freely given to you away from you. Whatever wisdom that is yours and can never be taken away from you, my sisters. Do you understand what I just said? And I want to know the knowledge and understanding and the lesson you have learned from this whole story I have told you. I will start from Jessica. What did you learn from this story?
One simple rule: sharing, giving. Like what you said, whatever is yours, even though you share it doesn't mean it's not yours, and it will not leave you to the next person.
Jiara, my friend.
Okay, so I learned that sharing is good, and I also learned that by shining or having something and getting to share doesn't mean that you too would not be seen. Because in the case of Koko Ananse, maybe he felt that having a knowledge and sharing with others will make him less relevant. But having a knowledge or having something and sharing with others cannot and does not make you less relevant.
Okay. Baby Best.
I learned that obedience and love moves together. And understanding too. Without them, Koko Ananse cannot remember to go back to their village to tell them the secret thing that he found out from the pot.
And my beautiful black attitude.
I learned 2 lessons. The first one is that in life, sometimes when you try to take something away from people or from a child or from anybody or friend or whatever, if you go about it forcefully, they might not be able to, they might turn against you and not be able to see the lesson to it. So what I learned from this story, the first lesson is that in life, sometimes you have to let people go through life, learn things on their own, and be able to realize what is best for them. Because the best truth and the best lesson is the one you learn on your own. For instance, a child going to a fire and you're telling the child to go away from the fire, the child might not understand it is from a place of love. You are telling the child not to go to the fire. The child will go to the fire until sometimes you have to let people make mistakes. At least the one that you know that will not kill them or hurt them, for them to be able to learn the lessons from life. Secondly, I also learned that you can learn from anybody. You can learn from both the old, the young. Just be open to learning and don't ever allow pride deprive you from learning something that will be beneficial to you. So in the case of this story, those are the 2 lessons I learned.
Okay. And this is how we have come far. I have also learned that greediness is not what it has to be. When you are greedy, you miss opportunity of a lot of things. Share freely, give freely, live freely, and everything will come right directly to you because of your pure heart that you have. Thank you very much for this story that you all have listened to, and this is the gang reality storytelling time. Thank you.